Okay, bout number 2 coming our way. Brett Smith, not to be confused with
the cruiserweight,
the light heavyweight slash cruiserweight and current heavyweight at the moment.
An all-round good guy.
All-round good guy down there in Sydney. This is a different Brett Smith, BW Smith, if you like, from Mooloolaba up here, up against Steve Wijangco, the model man, with 5 fights and 2 wins on his resume. Having a look at the tail of the tape, Wijangco, 4 years, the junior, and absolutely nothing statistically separates these 2 young men.
No, this will be a very, very good fight, Andy. I'm pretty sure that Wijangco, they call him the model man, and you'll see he's a very handsome young guy, and he can fight. 5 fights, even though he's had 2 wins only and 2 losses, but he's been in some pretty good company. He's lost to Jason Konofsky, who's the number 4 Australian-rated welterweight, and of course to Mad Dog, Mike Rivetta.
Making his way in is Brett Smith. Moving over to the red corner. 1 fight, and that was a draw.
Yes, with
Jerry
Spanitas, I mean, that was a pretty good little fight. I mean, he was ahead on the he was ahead 20-18 at the stoppage when they bumped heads down there. So Spanitas is not a bad little fighter down in Sydney too.
Waiting for his opponent, Steve Wijangco was born in Manila in the Philippines, now lives at Albany Creek here in Brisbane. He's a natural left-hander who boxes right hand.
It occasionally does happen, doesn't it? You know, so that I don't think anyone likes southpaws today.
No.
So. Very confident young man.
You'd see the confidence just by the way he carries himself.
Yeah, he does. I refereed his actually first professional fight when he had a draw with Trent Werman over at Kevin Wavell Services Club, and that was a very good fight. So this will be a really good fight, this fight. Brett Smith, trained by Darren Obar and Brendan Cotter up at the Sunshine Coast at Kunda Park.
What? Hold on. What about the hair?
It must be something that comes out of the boxing shop at Griffiths University.
I tell you, our ring announcer Peter Rokas looks at the kid with envy. Let's go to our third man for the official announcement.
Thanks, Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go with our second bout of the night on New Blood 2 right here at the Mansfield Tavern. Of course, brought to you by Ace Boxing Promotions. Our next bout is a light welterweight. 4 by 3-minute rounds. Let me introduce you to first, fighting out of the red corner and weighing in at 63.05 kilos and wearing the red trunks. He is living and training at Mooloolaba, Queensland, on the Sunshine Coast, where he's guided by Brendan Cotter and Darren Obar at Sunshine Coast Boxing Club, with 1 fight leading to 1 draw. Please welcome Brett Handful Smith. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent standing in the blue corner and bringing with him tonight an army of Wijangco fans. He is wearing the black and red trunks. Last night he weighed in at 62.95 kilos. Born in Manila in the Philippines, he is now well and truly through a Brisbane boy. He trains at the boxing shop gym at Griffith University under the white axe, Gareth Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of your favourites, Steve, the model man, Wijangco. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 by 3-minute rounds of light welterweight boxing. Your referee, Mr. Phil Austin.
Better known as Fabulous. Fabulous Phil is the third man in centre ring.
All right, gents, I've already given you instructions in the dressing room. I'm going to remind you again. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up, back you go. Best of luck to you both.
Do you think that man looks like Gamer Pyle?
Oh, he does.
Phil Austin?
Golly, Sergeant. Isn't it wonderful to see a terrific crowd sold out here at the Mansfield Tavern tonight? They've all come to see Gamer Pyle. I mean, the fights.
One of the good guys in the sport, Phil Austin, and we have a little bit of fun with him, but when he gets in there and does his thing, he has everyone's respect.
He certainly does. Oh, and Brett Williams-Smith hit Steve Wijangco with a very nice little left hook there.
Two good, strong young fellas here. It's 27 and 23 apiece. Smith 27 and Wijangco 23 years of age. And his head was rocked back. A nice, straight and very heavy left hand from Brett Smith.
Steve Wijangco's legs just look a little bit too far apart for me, Andy. If you look, you see he's flat on the front foot and just a little bit far apart. I'd say he looks like he's got a little bit of power. But Brett,
it limits everything, Brad.
It does.
Stance is so important.
It limits your agility for a start and your ability to be able to slip punches and sidestep and get out of the way.
It also effectively limits the power you can muster.
Oh, absolutely, because you can't twist your can't twist your hips or turn your shoulders into the punch.
Unless you're a contortionist, and these two boys aren't, but two very willing young blokes. We said in the introduction it may not be pretty, but it will be uncompromising, and the first minute 15 has illustrated that. Nice left hand there from Wijangco.
Oh, he's fought some good fighters, Steve Wijangco. You know, like lost in 8 rounds to Jason Konoski, lost in 4 rounds to the Mad Dog, Micah Rivetti. So, I mean, they're pretty accomplished young guys and they know their way around. So, he's obviously very tough.
Put your hands in there, boys.
Just over a minute remaining in the opening round. And the good right hand from Wijangco found the mark. So too that one. And cut open as Brett Smith. Underneath the left eye. Might even be on the bridge of the nose. But he walked into a big right hand.
He looks like he is powerful, Wijangco, and he has hurt Brett Smith with those punches. Sort of, he's loading up a little bit. He just needs to let them flow. He doesn't need to load up. Just let them come.
He's got the good corner, hasn't he?
Oh,
Brett Williams-Smith, Brendan Cotter over there. So too Darren Obar. There's a blast from the past, and couldn't he fight in his prime?
Too. And there's talk about him making a comeback too. Don't want to tell the world, but
you just have.
No, I have. But what a great fighter, fought for the World Middleweight Championship, and unfortunately lost. But they did it very well, the Americans. They kept him out for so long. And Don King was at his best. Oh, that hurt Wijangco.
Oh, Wijangco is rocking and rolling on the legs. The hips aren't straight. And he is still not sturdy, going back to the blue corner. An indifferent round. An even one.
You get through it or what? Yeah. You must have won it. Hey, he's going down to your body and leave himself wide open. Like this, we're getting off balance. I want to bang a big hard left hook in there. Okay? Left hook. Yeah? Can you do it? Mate, you've already rocked him once. Look. I want you taking centre and gradually working forward with forwards movement and head movement.
I enjoyed the first round. There was some good, solid stuff from both guys.
It was a good seesawing round, wasn't it? There's that left hook.
Legs. It looked like he had his foot trapped in the skipping rope. It was all over the place. There's Steve Wijangco, the model man.
Well, it was a seesawing round, Andy, wasn't it?
How'd you see it, Brad?
I scored at 10-10, mainly because of the fact that Wijangco started off very well. He actually hurt Brett Smith, and then Brett Smith came back in the last part of the round, and had there been more time, we might have ended up seeing...
Dual left hands, and they both made contact.
Wow. They're not missing each other, are they?
No. Only little fellas, light welters, 63.5 kilos, or 10 stone. But they are packing some punch.
Someone is going to get hurt here. There's going to be a knockout here. I can see it.
Now, Wijangco moving to a left-hander or southpaw stance.
He's a switch hitter occasionally. That hurt.
It's over. Phil Austin on the spot at the same time that Gareth Williams decided to call it from the corner.
Good stoppage by the referee there. He was hurt. He got a solid right hand, a follow-up left hook. He didn't know where he was. And TKO. And it's sensible stuff for a guy that's having just his 5th professional fight, or 6th professional fight, I should say.
I know the automatic opinion, or the automatic mindset is let the fight go and let's see. Let's see what happens in the next 10 seconds. Well, the debate, though, then is, Brad, what happens in the 10 seconds after that? And you can tend to put off a decision. I think you've been tagged enough, and I thought the timing on this occasion was perfect. Let's go to Pete.
Thanks, Eddie. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision in our second bout tonight. Please put your hands together for both Steve Wijangco and Brett Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, 44 seconds into the second round, referee Phil Austin stopped the contest in favour of the red corner, Brett Handful Smith.
Brett the Handful Smith proved just that tonight, posting his first professional victory. Let's take a look at what led up to that. And here's the double. Both guys, right hands at the right time.
Oh, it's dangerous.
At the wrong place. From here, what happened was Steve Wijangco was caught. A good right hand set it up. It was a roundhouse right, as a matter of fact, and the left did not miss. Get a little bit of this. Bang. Hurting. And there was the right hand, followed by the left. Great stoppage. You saw the towel come in from Gareth Williams. That is the way it ended. Our junior welterweight rankings around Australia. The little big man who we saw earlier on getting his head shaved, Chris McCullen, is the champion. Lance Costello, Johnny Cottrell Jr., Tommy Brown, Solomon Egbarine, Mick Pony Shaw and Lincoln Stewart. It is quite a lineup in the junior welterweight division.